Hi everyone, I am back. My name is Wawa, and this is gonna be game number 2 of Stormy Night's mini tournament finals hosted by Clive and evilbox. Now, this is gonna be game 2 of the finals, best of 3 series, and this is gonna be against Pedro here, spawning as the orange Terran, and Heathen spawning as the purple Zerg. Now, they are just spawning right next to each other, so meaning right next to each other, that I'm saying that they are literally spawning right next to each other, but it is not going to be easy going to each other's base as they are just very nearly through air to each other, but through land it is going to be a long distance walk indeed for both players. So yeah, so a couple of players are experiencing lag over there, as you guys can see, but you guys did see by the chat, but I don't think it's anything big or anything crucial at all, as they did fix it apparently, and we are seeing good sailing right here, smooth sailing right here. So yeah, we are seeing Heathen here spawning as at the 1 o'clock position, and I don't think this is a good spot for Heathen to spawn at all, as Pedro is right here for him. So I think I'm gonna expect some early banshees coming out right here from Heathen. We might, or from Pedro, we might see some 1-1-1 build over here, as that barrack is gonna be made right now. So yeah, 1-1-1 build is very common and or opening right here in this map, especially in these positions right here. And Heathen is, it's gonna be up to him to how to counter that banshee harassment, as he is spawning right there, and I think he's still gonna go for that 15 hatchery very soon. And here we go, finally Heathen, I think he is gonna go for it again. So this is actually very normal if you're playing macro oriented Zerg type of game. We usually see this from Hydra a lot. I mean a lot. This is actually his favorite opening, or I think that's the only opening he does. Most usually, I think maybe 90% of his games he does this opening, but he does a couple of openings too. He goes for some spawning pool opening, as it is something that's gonna caught the opponent way off guard, as that is very not usual for Hydra to do. But we're not seeing Hydra right now. We are seeing Heathen here and Pedro. So I'm not gonna talk about Hydra anymore or the GSL. So yeah, we are gonna see him. This this drone right here is just gonna kite around the edges of the base of Pedro. So yeah, he's gonna see a lot of stuff, or he did see a lot of stuff, and he just knows that there's some basic openings right there for Pedro, as Pedro does have a factory going down here right now. So yeah, I'm guessing a 1-1-1 build very soon, very quickly indeed. And here you go, drone versus SCV. Who will win? This SCV is gonna race to the base. Oh, I'm not sure if he's gonna make it though. He might do, but no, he is gonna make it. And this Overlord is gonna try to move away farther from that marine, so that he won't die indeed. So this opening, I think for Heathen, again, it's not good, but we'll see what happens. But Heathen here, if he didn't know that that Pedro is already here, he should be prepared for like a couple more openings, couple of different openings. For example, opening one, he should be prepared for a land harassing unit from Terran. If your opponent is spawning right here and you are spawning right here, you should expecting land harassment, because that rushing distance is very short indeed. True land. So opening number 2, you should be prepared for air attacks. Right now, we should be seeing that right now from Heathen, because Pedro here is spawning right next to him, and starport is already on the way very quickly. Very quick starport indeed. That's only below the 5-minute mark. So a very quick starport. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna see some banshees very soon. So yeah, that's the second opening that you should be prepared of if you are Zerg. So make some queens, maybe make 4 queens at least, to counter off some banshees, as 2 banshees or 3 banshees are very hard to kill off if you only have 2 or 3 queens. So yeah, I think Pedro is gonna go for some cloaking action also, as that's gonna give a lot more pressure to Heathen. But Heathen, I don't think he's gonna crack to the pressure at all, as he is gonna be macroing his way through victory again, as we are seeing a spine crawler being built here at the entrance of Heathen's base, and that natural expansion, is running very nicely, as there's no harassment. Not until now. We are seeing this army of Pedro gonna move out, and we are seeing 4 Marines and 2 Hellion composition army with the SUV over here. So this is gonna be very different harassment right here for player Pedro, as Pedro is gonna take out one of those Zerglings, and he's gonna take out this Overlord. So if this Overlord does go down, he is gonna be supply block. So this Overlord will go down indeed, and I think a second Overlord is gonna go down as well. So this is not gonna be looking good for Heathen again in this opening right now, as he is not positioning those Overlords very well, very efficiently, and he might even lose this Queen right here. So not looking good right now for our player Heathen. He's just gonna stick right there with those spine crawlers, as those roaches are out already for Heathen. So yeah, with those roaches, he's gonna be easily taking out this army composition right here for Pedro. Pedro is just gonna repair his Hellions with that SCV, so that SCV is gonna die very quickly. I think Pedro should just focus on that. But here we go, these Hellions are gonna be trapped right there between those spine crawler and that Zergling composition right there. And he's gonna try to shoot one and gonna try to kill a lot of these units, but nope, failure to launch. That Hellier did fail to kill a lot of units, but then again, the harassment has been done and he has stopped mining from this natural expansion. So that's a good harassment by Pedro indeed. Not as good as you would have thought, but yeah, good enough to stop mining. And here we go, Banshees are on the way, and also cloaking is being researched as well. Let's look at the unit production tab right now. We are seeing no anti-air units at all from our player Heathen, so this is not looking good right now. If that Banshee does come out very soon, it's not looking good. And also cloaking is already almost done, so this is very quick cloaking right here. I don't know what Heathen is gonna do. He's just getting his layer upgrade right now, as it is very much behind, as this cloaking upgrade is gonna be finished very quickly. But this Banshee is gonna be a little bit behind. We'll see what's gonna happen, as we are seeing a second expansion right here for our player Heathen. This is, I think, a hidden expansion, as I don't think that Pedro doesn't expect him to expand very quickly. And we are seeing two barracks on the way, right? Second barracks on the way for our player Pedro. Oh my god, two starports. Wow, making Banshees. That's very scary indeed. It is not gonna be looking good right now for Heathen. Heathen might lose this very quickly. And here we go, this early Banshee is gonna go for some harassment. Already, it is already cloaked, and Heathen can't really do anything about it at all. I think he just needs to make some overseers right now, or maybe Pedro here needs to make some Vikings already to kill off those overseers or those overlords to make more damage. And here we go, these two queens are gonna try to fend off this Hellion, this Banshee over here, and this Banshee is gonna kill a lot of these probes right here, or these drones mining for Heathen. Heathen gonna lose a lot of units. 5 already killed from that unit. And here we go, Heathen is gonna skirt some roaches outside of his base, so I'm not sure why they are right here, but I'm not sure about why that they're there already. And here we go, the second Banshee is gonna come in the field already for our player Heathen. I think he already killed off one of those Banshees. Did he kill off one of those Banshees? Yes, indeed, I think he did kill off one of these Banshees. So this is very efficient killing right here for our player Pedro. He could have been more efficient if he did bring those two Banshees together at the same time, as it is not being expected by Heathen. Here we go, 4 queens on the field right now, and this is very scary indeed, as it is almost impossible to kill 4 queens, especially if they have mana in them, as they can just transfuse each other endlessly, and stay alive for a very long time, and gonna be easily taking out these 3 Banshees right there. So yeah, he's just standing those queens on guard. Find 5 queens right now. So this is good again for Pedro, forcing Heathen to make units that he doesn't really want to make. Instead of drones, he's making queens for defense. So yeah, good job right there for Pedro. And I don't think that he has any armor yet at all. He just focused on that Banshee really well. So he didn't really take a lot of advantage out of that. But yeah, he did do the damage, and we are seeing a Spire here already being made for Heathen. So Heathen is going to be going for Mutilus again. We might see some Mutil Baneling composition one more time from Heathen. And here we go, these Banshees are going to go down very easily to that Queen. If those Queens just focus fire on one Banshee, they are going to be quickly going down, especially with that Overseer on their head. These Overseer can see cloak units, and those Banshees can't really do anything about it. And one Banshee did go down. A second one might go down very quickly. And here we go, gonna try to do some harassment. Oh my god, look at that range from the Queens. Very efficient indeed. And he's not really focus firing on any of those drones. These drones are gonna survive with a lot more HP left, and these Banshees are just gonna die very quickly. I'm pretty sure Pedro is gonna be reached here by those Queens very easily. And if those Queens does come here very quickly, but he might be able to take out the spawning pool. If the spawning pool does go down, it is going to be big trouble again for Heathen. Heathen's going to be behind by tech way farther than he know. And here we go. These banshees are going to be moving out very quickly. Good job right there for Pedro. Pedro continuing the harassment. And also continuing some production right there. Barry King is on the way, and a Marauder also, but it is not doing good right now, as it is not macroing very well, as a lot of barracks right there is not being used at all. So yeah, not really making any units at all in his base. So production is being stopped. Not a good sign for Pedro, but finally he's making some Marauders. Marauders are on the way indeed, as to counter off those roaches, as he is expecting to see more roaches on the field right now. And here we go, he's gonna focus fire again on the spawning ball. This spawning ball will go down if those queens doesn't hurry up. These queens are not gonna make it at all. The queens, oh my god, oh good job, transfusion on that spawn pool. Oh again, second transfusion right there for those queens. Good job with those transfusions, as he's gonna prevent that spawn pool from going down. And the second banshee did go down, finally going down. And are we gonna see this third banshee go down as well? But it is doing the good job. Heathen is just continuing to transfuse this spawning pool, as he is preventing it from going down indeed. So the banshee harassment